How? I don't know what it's gonna
Hello.
answer. Oh,
Hello.
am I in time?
We
I'm
are
in
you
time. I muted the stream thing. If it's
Woo! Well, you
yes, okay,
weren't
the
in
stream is,
time. The stream
but
already started,
but in
but
time for it not to do the thing, which is my goal.
true.
See?
But hello YouTube, hello Twitch.
Oh yeah, that
Welcome
was
to
the word.
Disco Elysium. Yeah.
Welcome to
Um
Disco Elysium.
Today
Elysium.
we are being detectives, I think. I have no clue.
Disco Ibibi Bim.
Disco bdb ebdb.
Disco Badiba Beam.
Oh, one sec. Stop. Okay, no, the sound is still working. Um Okay, so today, what are we going to set out as goal? I feel like I remember last time we set out the goal for today, not like
And then
um.
we
Okay,
forgot.
so no, let me explain it correctly. Today we're gonna try to get the dice, just finish the day. Then when Kim is in bed, we're gonna steal the shoes. And tomorrow we're gonna open the. That's the wrong one. We're gonna open the water lock and explore there a bit with Kim. And as soon as we know it's safe there, we're just gonna tell Kim like, yeah, you can bring the body home again. Good luck.
Ooh.
And we'll have the rest of the day to steal shit and do illegal stuff without Kim looking at us like we're mean.
Dat is zo cool als wat.
No, shh. That's a mean language. That's
Het
racist.
Tuyo estas mojosa kiel yo. Literally translated. That's Esperanto for that is cool as what? Or cool as something.
Sure.
Kyo would be what? Not EO. What am I, stupid? I'm just not. Hello, Spectre! That was different than I usually. Usually it's always like. I don't know. Now I don't know what I usually. But it's usually always like the same thing. I don't know why.
What is the same thing?
Anyway, oh yes, Spectre! That's what I usually say. For some reason, it's always exactly the same.
Okay, so I thought there's a couple things we can do. We can report back to the cleaning lady. That's a pretty easy one to do. And we can also, where was it? The glove. No, there was another one with the armor. For which we'd have
confronting
to
Kuno. Kuno.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah. Tell Kuno we lied. That one.
No, he lied. Or did you say that?
Yeah, he lied. Sorry.
Ooh, got him.
And also, I don't remember in any way what this. Who is Alice? We probably also should do this as soon as possible because, I mean, it's still the day we can do that. So actually, let's start with that because before we forget, I have no idea who the Alice in this game actually is anymore.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a
So
radio
let's
microphone.
radio.
This is precinct 57. How may I assist
Oh,
you?
that's Alice.
Damn fake Alice.
The
No.
serial number.
And I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else?
What? But they lied to me. It is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And it's the. Oh, maybe it's because we did. I think I get it. Yeah, we did that on a different day. Yeah, we ran the number today. Okay, that makes sense. So we have to do that tomorrow.
Because we're doing things very much at random, and it's just like you started this.
And we'd have to do
Monday.
that.
We have.
We'd have to do that
Tuesday.
We'd have to do that before Kim leaves tomorrow because I'm gonna assume he takes his car with him.
I guess that makes sense.
Okay, hey,
Right.
you suck. You lied to us, you little dipshit.
He doesn't care.
We talked about the armor. Ooh, we get new skip. I mean, we're gonna tell him he lied because he sucks and he deserves to be fucked up because he lied, right? We are
Yes.
mean to him, right?
Is that gonna fuck him up?
Kuno did sick the pigs
I
on
don't
him.
know.
Kuno's a man of his word.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Damn.
Look, pig, Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
I will remember this.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, Griffin the Kuno. After this shit, you better have
Griffin
something real interesting to
grabs
say if you want to stay
TNT.
in Kuno's face.
Oh man.
Yeah, real interesting.
Can we do this yet? No, we can't. That's a very bad idea to do
Kuno
already.
doesn't fucking care.
Woo! No one cares about you either, Kuno.
We don't talk
At least
about
not in
Kuno.
this run.
We don't care about Kuno.
Not in this run.
Yeah, not in this run.
We have another level up, so. And we did that. Oh yeah, we were on our way with being the anti-object. And we don't have any others. There wasn't... We were still, like, if we really need the money considering this one, that was how it was.
Yeah.
The finger pistols we also could want. I mean, I want, but it's probably like we don't want to spend all our skill points just on this stuff. So we should look into doing more of this a bit too. So we talked to Kuna. Oh yeah, talk to the cleaning woman. Ooh. That was a weird sound that the water just made.
What did the water make?
The water made like a weird glitchy sound.
Like
It's doing it again. No, like...
made it sound like.
No.
Oh, did it make it sound like?
No.
Give me a
It
moment.
makes it sound like.
I didn't find any... Oh yeah, just a... Yeah, that was what.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Radio computer wizards.
Radio computer wizards. I like wizards. They're tasty.
These all seem pretty negative. Even the one that's supposed to be good seems fairly negative to me.
Yeah, imperceptibly so.
Like, this one is very bad. This one is bad. This one is bad. And this one is...
The radio computer wizards is
Good
not
bad.
necessarily bad because they are going to save the economy.
True. But
Murder is communist. Confirmed.
okay, do we? I don't remember. Do we like this woman?
I believe so.
So then we should probably go for the least mean one.
Yeah. Murdering real estate agents is communist as
Yes.
heck,
Well.
boy.
Yeah.
I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
Okay. Yeah, we are pretty vague actually.
Yes.
Vague
but
like
that-
balls.
But that's only because the woman isn't wearing her glasses. It's not
Yeah.
a problem.
Okay, so what are things we can still do within the time? This has to
Walk in
be
a circle.
at 11. This has to be in the evening. This we can't do till tomorrow. This is a long-term thing.
Moralist.
Cool. That one we can't do that yet. We could do some paperwork. We haven't done paperwork in like 3 years.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's
Cabbager.
barely held together by a clip, then made
I love
complete
it when the
by the
cabbage-
faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Me when I
Arson,
clean the
petty
urinal.
theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of
These we
you
already
don't
all
exactly.
did.
It takes
Read a
about
case
half an
file.
hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Okay, so it'll take half an hour. We have enough time to spare for that, so I like square bullet hole. That sounds cool. That one jumps out at me.
The one that jumps
Though
out
the
at me.
couch?
Yeah. The couch
Yeah,
in an
that one too.
unexpected location.
So which one do we prefer? Square holes or couch jumping?
Right.
I like the couch too.
The couch.
Let's do
Some
couch.
assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it.
Whoa.
In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway.
Why
You
is the
know,
middle of the
at an
street on a
unexpected
roof?
location.
On a roof.
They were
Yeah.
young, and they thought they looked
Stop
cool.
Why is the
Straining on the
hillside
roof.
on a roof? But this I wanna do
Definitely a
that. That
rock
sounds
band.
fun.
I mean,
Yes, as you said here, insufferable rock
big
and roll
ass
assholes.
roof.
Young people are the worst.
Big
So
ass roof.
You got to complain to
Rock and roll is
sofa
good.
or couch or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They were leaving
Rock
it
and
out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it and smoked cigarettes and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual.
The coffee is intellectual.
I'm just making random sounds like
Yeah. I also love the whimsical location of on a roof.
Yes, hello. We would like today
Like,
to offer you
everyone-
a hotel
everyone
in a
knows-
whimsical location on a roof.
Everyone knows that all the fairy tales about like their whimsical tales, they all take place on roofs. Trust me.
Yes, or on roofies, but that's how they're come up.
Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up. And you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved. No, you didn't have time for that.
We can
These
break
notes
stuff.
show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Find the couch asshole.
Find
Okay,
the
we are now anti-object task force, which
we
means
don't like we don't like objects.
Wait, what is the solution for
Oh,
that?
it
Oh,
says,
wait, we have to
Not
leave.
Even
much is
We have to leave the thing first.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how it works.
anti-object
Well,
task force.
That is a very
Behold,
cool
the
mural
anti-object
part
task force
thingy.
has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks,
When you
tape
read
recorders,
what?
motor carriages,
The
and
man
doors.
from the game.
So
Oh,
many
the
doors.
game man.
You're
Yeah.
not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe, from the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold.
The
Have
game
an
man.
impact on the shape of creation.
We all love this game
Out
man.
of the furnace
We
of
love
your
gay.
rage. A new reality. Also, You should trash your room again.
Ooh. Okay, extra. Ooh. Extra pain threshold. That's a good. I like this.
Don't forget to check bonuses.
So we get. Wait, attacking physical objects heals that. That's so fun.
What?
So, if we get shot in the head, we just hit our head into a wall and we are good again.
That is.
This is a great. I love this. We get to hit things.
Well, yeah, interesting.
So can we hit this door?
Punch.
Okay, so do you remember any physical, like any objects that we could bang up, except for the mailbox? We like the mailbox. That's a good boy.
I mean, but what if in our head canon the good boy mailbox is a masochist? Hmm?
Ooh, that's a
Worn and
good one.
beaten.
Can we beat
We
the
can sit on
beaten
bench.
bench
You
more?
can revisit the
Can we beat the
No.
people?
Okay, let's
The
Let's
dented
ask.
yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
We're
What
not gonna do that,
envelope?
but the envelope has to go to specific people. But if we pad it, does it seem like it wants to be attacked?
The box seems happy.
Okay, no, this one doesn't like being attacked. No, this is our
Oh,
friend.
we'll only
We
get
will
one
not.
shot. Not miss our
We will
chance
not.
of something.
We will not hurt this one. This is our friend.
Uh-huh.
This is the only physical object that, like we don't like. We can, man from Yemno series.
Yemno.
We can pain threshold that. Probably.
What?
I have no idea what this means. Actually, it can't. It isn't white. But barbell. Oh yeah, the barbell.
Oh.
We can barbell. For
Me
which
betting the bar.
Let's go barbell. That's through here. What? Why are we just? It just decided to stand still. Like, no,
Oh
no
my,
movement.
what a beautiful window this is. Even more beautiful than last I saw it.
Yes, of course, very closed window. You.
So beautifully
You.
prepared.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog
We're
for its
still
master.
very bad at it. But we can try.
Oof!
What are we gonna break our back? Yep. Okay.
Let's
Lost
sponge
HP.
You
something.
manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old
We are a
man
beast.
with bad form. Maybe it wasn't such a good
Sleeping
idea
heels.
to smash
Ah.
through that back door.
Okay, can we kick it? Yeah, we can probably heal with sleep too. Yeah. We don't like objects. Oh, well, that we
Oh.
we do need to use an object for.
Like the station gym, I mean. I
Oh,
prefer running.
God.
Clears your head.
Yeah. Okay, we need to get better at weightlifting.
I'm very yawny today.
Imagine yawning. Okay,
I'll
what
have
was
to.
the Hemdal book? Oh, that was a thingy.
Damn.
Was this the?
Shelves filled to the brim with crime
No,
novels
that's Dick
featuring.
Mellon. Is this the one? Or is it down?
This bookstore is not
was
strictly
like a-
about crime.
That's the
I believe it was
maps.
at the window, or maybe outside.
Shelves full of biographies of famous.
No, I don't think it was outside.
Yeah, by the window.
Okay, it was here by the window.
See?
The display
Oh,
rack is
smart.
brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular,
We can't do it
sword-wielding
yet.
barbarian.
We need to be more painting. Or less painting. More threshing?
Yes,
We need to
more.
thresh more pain.
Yes. We got them words, though.
Okay, so... what time do we dice maker? That's 11, right?
What is the...
That's 9. 8 hours after 3:22. That's like 11:22.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay. And the smoker is at 9. That means we could do exactly one more case thingy.
Oh.
Where I am so good at
It's the
doing
ledger
things.
you found in the trash. A cabbage
Browse
thin,
performance.
see-through copy of paper.
No.
The rest of the
Which one
stinking
was it?
cellulose is much worse for wear.
Read a
it
case
takes
file,
about
that was
half
it.
an hour to piece one together.
So,
using the
square
system
bullet
you've
hole?
devised. Which one do you... It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
I'm gonna
But-
guess it was
Goodness.
a square gun
That's all you
from
know.
Minecraft.
From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
That's cool.
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? One day you may still catch
That
the man
was-
with the square gun.
Squid gun.
Not much has
That
changed
was
in
great.
the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
What is the hidden
Without resistance
compartment?
or sound, the
that
two
part.
panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand.
Okay. So now we have about 12 minutes to get up there and wait for the person.
Pretty
We'll be
personally.
outside his house waiting for him.
Damn.
I mean, that's what normal cops do, right?
I don't know. I guess sometimes, like, they would ring a doorbell and they're waiting for you to answer the door, so I guess that qualifies as waiting in front of your door.
Yeah, but that sounds normal. We're not normal cop.
No.
We're the law.
We do be that, though. We do be the law.
I think it was here. Yeah. Ooh,
You hit distant
that was
traffic,
2 at the
and
same
that is
time and it
falling
went
in the
over each
city.
other. Okay.
If this guy
So-
can fall on my head.
He appears around here, right? So
Don't know. But maybe.
we can try to talk to Kim for a bit.
Yes?
I think talking also takes up time.
What do you want to know?
Up. What is up?
Good.
Is up
Oh, up
here?
the stairs.
Oh, up here, here.
I thought I read they are a
This door
staircase.
is made of metal and
Or is it up
person
this
is a
staircase or up the staircase that's down? It's not the right time yet. We have to wait for a tiny bit longer.
Tiny bit.
Why can I not talk to Kim? Kim?
He has none
help.
words.
Can
Wordless.
I talk to him here?
Yes?
Okay, now we can. That was weird.
What do
Let's
you want
talk
to
about
know?
the case.
Would you say that
Is
No,
it?
it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Yeah, just kind of talk to our friend for 10 minutes in front of the guy's door, just like, yeah. So you ate any good porridge recently? Why is that what my brain went to?
Because porridge is the core of any man's soul.
No, not really.
I love how I asked that.
Yeah. Otherworldly.
Uh-oh. Do
It
we
is
have
sexy.
a sexy case?
We do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was
we
some
do.
interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
I mean,
maybe it's, BDSM.
we should be considering that, right?
We should be considering it if it's a possibility, which sex is possible.
point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rites. We'll
Yeah.
get on it immediately.
Thanks.
Kim,
Weary
you
tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a sex cult.
It
but
doesn't
it
have
is
to be a cult.
Mega.
It can just be the very well-known concept of
It
sex
doesn't
murder.
have to be murder. There's a dead man hanging, and you're like, it doesn't have to be murder. Maybe he just died from sex in the tree. You know, everyone knows it's a well-known thing. Like, sex with a tree and a rope is very deadly. We all know this. But
I don't know. Is it?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Then I know.
we've seen the dead body.
Oh, that was what it was. I don't know what did I think?
A dog.
A live dog.
A live grenade.
Having
We are
sex.
so good at this.
I don't know if there's
We're
any
so good
better
at this.
detectives anywhere in the world.
Okay.
I don't.
So-
I just can't imagine.
A live dog that's actually a live grenade in the shape of a dead man.
That live dog is shit.
Whew. Okay, so which of these, like, number one isn't funny. Number two is great. Number three is decently good. Number four is amazing.
Number 4 is perfect.
So we do number four?
Yes.
Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation, but we digress.
It could
Is it
still
though?
be an
Do we
otherworldly sex
digress?
mystery in your head, with a dark twist even.
Yeah.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist.
Yeah.
Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
Yes.
You
And
mean
let's
like a
talk
brief?
some more.
Do you want me to brief you again?
No, I'll wing
There's
it.
no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the
Anonymous.
Rolling Rise hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come
Amogus.
to investigate.
Oh,
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we
Well,
should approach
finish.
the death as part of this dispute.
Cool.
Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
I love that reaction. Okay then.
Mega cool. I've heard enough. Okay then.
Okay then.
Okay.
So
Good.
no, we don't do the following me yet, right? We have to wait.
We have to
at
wait
least-
until like Thursday at least.
Yeah, we have to wait at least till day 4. Like
Yeah.
when he comes back, that's when we pretend we don't remember who he is, and we're just like,
Hello.
why are you following me?
My name is Boy Harry.
I think you should.
fell apart very quickly.
I think you should know that I can't remember
No response.
anything.
He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Okay, forget.
Then he's not going to remember that we don't remember it, which would be impractical.
True.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
Like what? Yeah.
Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles.
Why
Not a
not
fan.
personals?
It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Cool.
Really? You look fine to me.
With the expression.
I love. Okay. I mean, true. One is very much true, right?
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's definitely brain damage from all the being hot we've been doing.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
No. Wait, we completed a thing? What? I don't. But yeah, we can also try to ask like, hey, are we dying?
Yes.
Okay, 4 more minutes. What can we talk to him about in 4
Yes.
minutes?
Could we throw some things off the balcony to
What
heal?
about me?
Can we?
Good.
Can we throw Kim off the balcony?
It doesn't seem like any of. Actually, maybe if we equip the tear bag, we could grab some stuff from around here. You know, picking up our trash. Or not our trash, but others' trash.
It's ours now.
Nope, nothing here. Okay. What about if we just spend 4 minutes knocking on his door?
This door is made of no one answer.
We should return in the evening. At 9 p.m. the earliest.
No one answer.
We should return.
No one.
We should return.
Does this
in the evening.
actually
No one answer.
We should
take
return.
time?
No one answer.
We should return.
No one.
We should return.
Much time.
Sad.
I don't know
Okay,
if there is any natural time progression, or if it's
What
just...
about-
There isn't, no.
No, okay.
Tell me a secret. Oh.
Your brain
Please?
sends the signal to
Wait,
your
are we
lips,
also a
but
lieutenant?
they refuse the order.
Are we also
Something
what?
is
A lieutenant.
paralyzing them.
I think so,
Pretty
yeah.
sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
Hoge pief.
It's like you're locked down.
Damn.
Something the matter, detective?
What's
My
going
balls
on?
hardened.
It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Why?
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
You can check your back. Oh, yeah.
Good.
I want to know the secret. Please.
Your brain
Yes.
sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. It's like you're locked down.
Okay, then not.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control
The second time
of
it
yourself.
didn't take time. Is it like redoing something will never take time because...
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is
It's
Seoul?
a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
I want to hear about the
You're
world.
barking up the wrong tree. I don't
Oh.
speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
Okay.
A point of pride to him.
Did he come through the door or did he just spawn in?
That is beautiful.
No, did he spawn in?
Did
or...
not see.
But he looked like he's still inside the door. You see that? There's like a line from the door going through him. But hello.
Yeah.
Gendarmerie. Marie.
I've been waiting for you.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I mean, that is what we're looking for, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
I love going into random people's house.
Great.
I mean, I am digging the view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
No.
Suddenly you're digging things?
I mean, yeah. We love digging.
Digging a hole.
I mean, we don't need to know about his friend. We trust him.
That's nice, but
Sure.
I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Oh.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one.
Beep, beep, beep.
Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard.
I want to
disappearing
see the
into
cat.
bush.
That's important to the
Besides,
story.
I've got to run.
Oh.
Something tells you you're
He
never
runs
going to
back
talk
to
to
the
an
door.
individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, we just found him
Just
again.
look at
yeah.
it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He's a vampire.
He's right. Only losers go
Yep.
to bed early. Time to break out the booze.
Okay, we do need to talk
Something
again.
flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
Butterflies.
Lieutenant, are
in
you
his
eating
mouth.
flies again?
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
You always say that. When are we gonna talk?
We took the care.
Damn.
And he's gone again.
Take
Looks
care.
like it's becoming a theme for him.
The theme song.
I do want to know why
Who
he's
knows,
leaving.
detective? It's a mystery. Different, of course.
No, I imagine like it's a mystery. He says, turning his face away from you. He imagines him being like one of those cases where Kim is like being all like dramatic, but you know, like trying to reenact a movie, but it's really stupid. Look, it's a mystery. And it looks away,
I
and
also-
you look like
I love
Adam,
how
and he's
all
like,
the
"No, stop it."
I love how all these options are very gay. Like, talking about how such a good listener,
Yeah.
about his shirt being unbuttoned, about the way he moves, just
Yes.
he smells so good.
Okay. Good to know that in this game you can't not be gay.
It get gay. Ooh. Okay,
It
but
get
what is
gay.
the gayest out of these?
It get gay.
I think smell, right?
That's a good contender, definitely.
I'd say the smell is a very
Yeah.
gay one. I think 3 is the least.
I mean, 1 is like kind of an ambiguous, because it could be like, oh,
True.
why is it
also.
always unbuttoned? Or like, why is it always unbuttoned? You know?
I think 2
But,
and
like,
4
Yeah.
seem like
but
the best.
I feel like 4 is the one that's like always gay of the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go
It
for.
smells good.
Yeah.
It smells good, and that's weird.
Yeah.
He's
We smell
barely
bad
holding
all
on
the
together.
time.
It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
We smell bad. Why does he get to smell
Come on,
good?
detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
It's gonna be the dead man. Yeah, let's go in a random person's house. But before we talk to this random person, we're going to steal stuff.
Does not look like a Sunday friend of that guy. An old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. A quarterly business magazine. An empty ashtray.
I love how we look at that through the wall.
Yep. Dishes soaked up in a pot.
We love dishes.
Dates for open lectures at the local university. Flyers for underground parties. I know I'm reading them all, but I am. I am dedicated
You have
to
the
this.
whole time.
But I don't know why. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal.
Yeah, I have no idea why either, but by now you have to.
Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers.
Well, we're not gonna talk to him yet. We're first gonna steal his money. Ooh. These are very Asian pieces of clothing. We do look very cool.
That's
in the
a double plus.
robe.
Damn.
Yeah, we look. The hat is a plus.
But it is for electrochemistry, so.
Mesh shirt. Oh yeah, we do have the That does.
Oh god.
That's some real style.
That's some real appeal right there.
Yeah, we're gonna rock this for this person.
You have acquired the robe. Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
Wait, he just. Okay, that's funny. He's just like, oh yeah, you
His
can
hands
keep
are
it.
clean and well manicured. This
That's
is a man
fun.
who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
I don't care. Your Sunday friend.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging out
What's a drag?
with you
He
at
seems like
night.
a
Okay,
cultured
what?
gentleman.
No,
You should ask him about the finer things.
Yeah, I want to know about the cool stuff. The bed.
Oh yes, my friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy.
I want to try out
That's
his
really
bed.
all I can tell you about it.
Huh, so he's been in his bed before. Very good.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you
Wait, what's
to
the word?
proceed.
Loud. Nah. This
What?
game, this joke is not funny.
I don't
Yeah.
haven't. idea.
I was a bit, but then it didn't work, and I was like,
Oh, we could only do one of them, I get. Oh, that's sad. But I wanted to ask about all of them, but okay.
you actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did.
Oh, I just made a joke about lunch. Like 2 people sitting outside having lunch. Yes, I saw them. It was quite a big sandwich. What?
Officer,
Start from
it's
the
very
beginning,
difficult
yeah.
to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
Wait, you didn't?
Was this the first
you
person
did.
that actually saw it?
Yeah.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
Well done, detective. You have incapacitated the victim.
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities. I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Okay, so this all confirms what we
Lieutenant
think.
sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were
That's
any
a
of them
giant you're
huge?
describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell. I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Okay, so he was alive. Okay.
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
Okay.
Those funny... Oh, officer. That kind of language is unbecoming of an officer of the RCM.
I mean... Oh shit, that's racism.
I believe they
yeah.
were mostly white,
Oh,
though I
we-
believe I saw 2
no.
Aeropagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
I thought it was like... Actually, like, they were talking about a funny person. I was stupid.
Well, that's the strangest part.
We don't like the racism. No.
Nothing.
We don't racism well.
It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
That is...
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts,
Huh.
no anything.
That is strange.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late. No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day. Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
So he didn't actually see the lynching. He just saw
No,
some
but
things.
he was like... He was... near it enough to give us... At least confirm a bunch of our things.
Yes.
So...
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy.
And that depends how far you go with the inflation.
Mm-hmm.
If you go too
That can
big,
be,
then yeah, it'll burst.
Yeah, if you go too big, no bueno. I mean,
No.
The economy impacts
but
the
yeah,
entire
not in
international
real
community, which is why it requires international oversight.
What do you mean? I've seen some ideas.
Look up Sonic inflation.
Yeah, it's you know how Sonic gets more and more expensive.
Well, no,
That's
it's
what
like
it
the
is.
inflation goes like really fast. It's like Sonic speed.
Though I would expect that to be supersonic inflation then.
No, it's not super cool. It's just Sonic.
It's just the inflation of sound.
Yeah.
Great.
What is the
It is the most important thing.
That clears everything
It's the
up.
central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment.
We love
Which
employment.
is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
And it stays over.
It's so
President.
important.
Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Yep, that is a pretty accurate number.
Below
Not
2%
too
of
far
what?
below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%. The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Yeah, we
A
can sell
sound
that.
monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad.
Asshole.
You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
But what are you doing here? Yeah.
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Cool.
Yes, as I said before, I'm a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability.
Skyscraper.
This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's actually talking about.
I was
La
not
Communauté
listening.
Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution. It's the international organization for moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Mind babies.
That's
I mean,
all.
let's...
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Do you value freedom? Do you believe
Are
in
y-
a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Are you a moralist?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly realizes himself.
A very vague EU bureaucrat speaking. You know, I love the fact that I have no idea what an EU bureaucrat is and what PR actually is.
Well, the EU is the European
Yeah, I get that, but
Union,
I don't
and
know
a
what a-
bureaucrat is someone who likes paperwork, or like who thinks paperwork should be, or something like that. At least it's used. It's often used kind of derogatory for people that use too much paperwork.
You know, perhaps we should one day just do a stream of teaching me basic
Things.
like
What is
basic things. What? Where are the animal come from?
It's when a furry makes a fursona. That's what, you know.
But where come? The balls? The bladder? All of the above? As in, like, everything above the balls and the bladder?
I'll go for it.
You know, everything above the groin is just cum. Trust me, I am biology.
You are the concept of biology. Damn.
lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
Okay, so Kim is the morals.
Kim has morals? We do not like that.
We don't like moral. We must kill the more.
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Hey, we are the normal. Or, well, the fantasy version of us is the normal.
Yeah.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
Magic.
Rivachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy.
Have we heard much about Sur la Clé before? I don't remember.
I think we've heard it being mentioned. Yeah.
I am stupid.
I don't remember any details about it except that I've heard it before. But that's with everything ever.
But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Oh, it's France. Okay.
So the Netherlands and France are the only two normal places. That's not something you want to hear.
I love just... It's like choosing option D. None of the above. I really just want to do that one because it's funny. Can we do that one? Yeah.
Sure.
We love
Is
option
D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yeah.
True.
Sounds like you're a moralist indeed, my friend. Welcome.
Oh,
If
I didn't
moralism
know
is just
I was
not
allowed to
super
come
extreme,
inside.
Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend?
Door.
I am a door.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Yeah, what is Sur la Clé?
What's there to say? Sur la Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index.
Yes, of
Mostly,
course.
though, it's known as the executive heart of EPI.
EPIS!
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
EPIS sounds like it's too close to Gamer Girl Bathwater.
When you get... Well, you have Gamer Girl Bathwater and you have E-Girl EPIS. Now 50 cents a bottle.
Damn.
A bottle contains 3 drops of it, by the way.
It's
for
just
a
a bigger bottle than you would technically need.
Yeah.
I mean, there's piss in there.
Darling, that can't be an official designation.
What does...
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur la Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur la Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
But I love meatballs.
I like the
Technology
ability
nowadays. You can piss anytime you like from your computer.
I would love to see an ad for EPIS with that catchphrase. With technology nowadays, you can do this or that, or you can piss anytime you like from your computer.
We love pissing from our computers.
Oh god, what are they gonna say about the us?
Oranje. Also, like, what do you mean spared from love for meatballs? We both agree meatballs are great, right?
Yeah.
And you love mashed potatoes,
whether
right?
it's like Greek, or albondigas, or IKEA meatballs made of customers. They're great.
Yep.
I sure love me some mashed potatoes.
AKA, we do not agree with being spared from that.
Yes,
That's,
stupid taste.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get lost in Infinite IKEA. If the faceless men start walking towards you, if it's daytime, you're fine, but at night, get as high as possible.
Yeah, we played that Roblox game once, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we also played a Roblox version of it, yeah.
Not on stream,
Oranje is an exemplary
unfortunately.
nation who, as a core member of APIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget.
28%.
Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international.
It's not very
So we're pretty
realistic
cool.
to real life.
No, we're still pretty cool.
In real life, the Netherlands is probably, like, for most people, it's one of those names you might or might not have heard of. And then when people say Holland, it's like, oh, those. I guess they exist.
And they're like, oh, Amsterdam! Because they think that's the entire country.
Yeah, they think Amsterdam's the entire country, and they think Holland is the entire country. And the Netherlands is another country or something. Oh,
I have no idea.
I don't know. I've never heard anyone like that thought stuff like that because I've never talked to many people that aren't Dutch, or that many people that are Dutch. I don't speak many.
You do not talk.
Not with many people. Oh.
But what is orange? Is it a
Orange's
color?
economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
I mean, let's be honest, that is like decently accurate because we do have a lot of like industrial progressions we made and stuff. So
I guess.
But that didn't tell you anything about Orange.
Sure, I get everything that he says.
About what?
Yeah.
Maybe he's right, but I don't understand what he's saying exactly.
Oh,
it's like
very
there.
urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and
What's
efficient.
a horse car?
Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations.
Can I tell a fun story about real Dutch efficiency?
Yeah.
I love it because it was once in our school, right? We like in the university of IT stuff things. With all of like only Dutch students in there, right? There was a day where there was some student from another university in the Netherlands who but like an Italian person that was like there to do stuff, I don't know, and they asked like some questions and questionnaires and eventually it was like 20 minutes into our lunch break that we finally got to have a lunch break. And they were like, oh well, thanks for like giving up some of your lunch breaks for me. And we were all like, no, we will be back 20 minutes later than usual because we had to be here 20 minutes later than usual. And I believe each of the 4 teams unanimously decided that between themselves, so everybody was back 20 minutes late. That's
you all
Dutch
were just
precision.
like, yeah, we're just gonna do that.
Yeah, everyone separately just already decided that, and then it was just counting the votes, but there was no counting to it. It was just great.
There was no voting. Everyone just knew.
Yeah, actually, pretty much. As if you want to know something about
Hive
the
mind.
Netherlands,
Yeah,
we have an advanced hive mind of not working.
the Netherlands is just a hive mind of laziness. The thing is, we are so lazy that we don't want to all have to think individually, so we just kind of we just became a hive mind because we were too lazy to be our own person.
Yep.
Yep.
We are.
Whatever you wish.
That's us.
That's why I can usually read people's minds. Now it makes sense.
Oh, yeah. That's why all of our jokes work together so well.
Like this one.
Wow, coordination. Can you believe it?
I love how this one was the joke.
I guess it was.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back to yeah, we
To
want to
Sunday
know
frying.
more about the friend. Yeah.
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS.
Ah.
But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue. That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What is this EPIS?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
We love
It's like
those.
ISO.
God
I don't know what ISO
Sweet
is.
standardization.
I believe
the
that's the
backbone of
international
rationality
standard.
and commerce.
The international standard of ISO.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
We are
love
going
how
to
he
have so
talks.
much e-piss.
I love how he talks as passionately about his piss as I do about my French onion soup. Like he has the same. Well, no, he has a bit less enthusiasm in him than I will have about my French onion soup, but still. He's getting there about his e-piss.
He is pissing very well.
Yeah.
Why? It stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
What's the E? Yeah.
E
It's
progress.
been
That's not
such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
He does seem kind of like a robot.
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Aspa. Aspa. That's my favorite e-piss.
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy. It's one day going
Glasses
to be a
easily
candidate member of
shattered.
EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How did you
How did any
become
of us
friend?
become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola. Oil platforms ablaze in the night. Civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
Hey,
That is
Ocean,
not how I
you-
became friends with Kim, but
you remember when we became friends on the on fire oil platforms during the international community? I mean, the Civil War. During the
Yeah.
international community at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was how we became
I
friends.
really, yeah. I mean, it also took a like a civil war that lasted like 60 years or so before we
Yeah.
became friends. But you
That
know,
was,
it took a couple of being kicked by a furry, but
Yep, it did.
Yep.
Not for me.
true. It became being a furry that kicks for you, or it took.
Well, yeah,
It took you being a furry that kicks.
yeah. That was what it took me.
Okay, but Yeah, no one becomes friends that way. In fact, it takes more than just this.
Except Ocean
You
and
also
I would,
need
but, else
to
no one.
eat a banana at 3 a.m. Gone sexual.
Contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here. And my friend, too. How did
so
any of us
confused.
become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian. One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you ever tried debate?
This
Yes,
joke
That
I
is fun.
did
And
not
you
like
know
how
what
school
it
did
is.
it though.
School isn't a fun way they do, but
No, I don't like a
Debating.
debate having
You
a
should
win
consider
and
joining a
loss.
debating society
That's
for adults.
no.
weird.
I hear they're oodles of fun.
Ooh,
I used to have a
Oodles?
flyer for one, but
a single
Why do you
flyer.
lose all your
Why
flyers?
does he
That's
have
sad.
one flyer for everything? Do you also want some
Also-
EPs? I've got a flyer filled with
but now
EPs.
that I start thinking of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know?
Improv.
Very creative. Helps reduce stress.
You know what else helps relieve stress?
Ah, I married it that time. For the first time
Uh-huh.
in forever.
A chill runs down your spine as you envision a half-dozen people in professional attire standing around a chair, awkwardly pretending to be waiting for a motor bus. It's neither funny nor creative.
The fun. I love that. That's actually what he'd probably see as like improv.
Yeah, I was pretending to be waiting for a motor bus. It seems like what he'd consider improv, which is even funnier because that was literally a situation I had for social anxiety training. So a great improv there, dude.
I mean, it also was for me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yep.
Thanks for unlocking my memory.
Unlocking core memory. Sins, yeah.
Yeah,
Sins, why not?
but who is
Sorry.
the
Who?
the friend?
But
Yeah.
I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our
Who's the chin
civilization.
bleeding?
What?
For some reason, I'm bleeding from my chin, but it's like it's really little blood every time, but it doesn't stop. So it's just every time I do my finger by there, it's just
Stop stabbing yourself in the chin, please.
I didn't. I haven't held a knife in half a day. I have also not. I've not shaved in. I've not shaved a few days.
I love how. Okay, so I currently have a nice little wound on my finger because I somehow cut myself on my hand while shaving. I was like, what? How?
Your fingers are attached to your hand. On your hand, some would say.
True.
So that's where the wound is. Makes sense.
True, but it's the hand that I was holding the razor in. So how did that happen?
It's like when you get ink on your pen.
True. Okay, yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense now. Okay, but what's his real
Officer,
name?
you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information.
Oh,
I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
I am very bad with databases. But
He's
methods.
deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
graphic design is my passion.
I'm just enjoying the view.
Wow.
You
It
have
is
been
dark,
talking
yeah.
to us for the last 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
Listen to this inaudible object.
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution.
Oh yes, of
Apartments,
course.
were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen.
Well, but then why don't you have a bathroom that isn't private?
Why
But me
don't
and Real
you
View
piss
say
on the bed?
You can't take that. My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you've seen him around. He's a busy bee.
Damn.
A busy bee. What an odd choice of words.
Is it?
I'm all ears, officer. A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Oh,
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
okay. Well, I'm not leaving,
Sure,
but
go ahead. It's a beautiful space.
What's
Okay.
this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
I mean, we are. Can you have multiple political things at the same time?
Probably.
It's because we keep saying none of the
It's
above,
also
isn't it?
about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you
My
it's
balls are
time
itchy.
to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
What?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. It is, isn't it? History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She
Oh, yes, of
recognized
course.
that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
I am so good at understanding.
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
But we want sex. I mean, we are
Slow
going to
down,
think of
Mr.
it. But
Reasonable.
Or they
Did
mean
you
there's
miss the part
next
about
level
compromising and
sex.
taking things slow?
true.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that
Wow.
real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
So now we can also be
Conscious.
the conscience.
Damn it, my
Interesting.
phone always makes sound. It's not.
Have you considered turning off the thing, the shaking?
I would if I wouldn't forget. But now it's in my pocket, so you're
This
not
door
getting
is
it
made
anymore.
of metal. No one answers.
Let's go.
I
I'll
There's
turn
nothing to
accidentally
do in
left.
forest anymore.
I'm not sure. Stop accidentally lefting.
We did everything we wanted to, though, but
No.
I'm pretty sure. I think we did everything we could. Otherwise, oops, my bad.
Oopsie.
Whoops.
Whips.
Okay, so we did that. We have one more hour before we have to grab our dice.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Just
we
an
look at
ordinary
the
wall.
wall?
Nothing to see here.
Not yet. we could try to talk to Joyce for. I'm starting to remember some of the names. Mm-hmm. This was Joyce,
You're
right?
back.
Yes.
Good.
Joyous.
What can I help you with?
We've done basically all of this already, but we can try to see
What would
some
you like to
options we
know?
haven't done yet.
Good.
No.
What we do?
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants.
No.
She nods.
Also done.
Of course.
This one we haven't done yet.
Everard
Oh,
Clare-
that's
She's
me
being sarcastic.
misclicking.
Of course
One
not.
sec.
Everard is fantastically
I am
corrupt.
great.
I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you
Well,
could see
if he
oozing out.
has
A knife, maybe.
thick viscous goo,
No,
then
a rapier.
I mean, that is Everard, alright, because we love his thick, viscous goo.
He is the most
Yep,
corrupt
he is.
individual I have ever
He-
seen.
he is.
And I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I mean, we do agree that he's very corrupt, and we love him for it.
Have you seen him?
No, we
Edgar looks
haven't.
exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when
Wait
one's term
a
as foreman
sec-
is up, the other takes over.
Have we been talking to Edgar the whole time?
no, Everard has a lazy eye. We saw that. There, stand apart.
It's how they circumvent
Yeah,
the term limits.
that's
you see,
why I-
With a funny little
Oh.
switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Wait, so does Edgar have the lazy eye, or does Everard?
The
Help?
Debarders Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. But they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
Shithole.
A mob. The Debarders are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past,
7
but
Up.
I'm afraid our
Refreshingly
concessions have
honest.
only emboldened Everard and his brother.
Not
And
sponsored
your
by 7
opinion,
Up.
detective, if I may
Not that
ask.
good.
I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debarders Union is...
Well, we think Everard is very good at sucking, so...
What?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Indeed. And a hungry one.
true.
Sadly,
That's why he has a
Wild
big
Pines have
force.
cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the
He
leech,
does have a big
the leech
fork.
always hungers.
He does.
He
The
does.
scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
No, you're only corrupt when you trust me.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Yeah. I do kind of also like her because she
Yeah.
will just talk about anything as long as you like get on her good side.
Yeah.
At least that's what it
I'm
seems
glad
like.
you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Damn ghost.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
That's a pretty boring story.
This forewoman, her name?
Oh, it's brief. You don't have time to lose. Yeah.
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name. and I don't have access to the Union's files.
That is kind of eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me.
Ghost.
The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
He's a magic. He can make things.
Thank you for your concern.
He is a magic.
He just is. It's not that much of a mystery. He just has. He just has
How else can I
everything
help?
embedded in it. Like it's like
Don't
when
tell
you
her
sit
ever
on a
right
soft
away.
pillow and you
This
like
time.
sink into it. That's what he has, like birds and stuff in there.
Yeah. But he is a magic.
Well, I guess technically he's a magician.
But let's do more about
Lessons in basic
reality.
reality. My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Let's first, because probably if we talk to her more, we might have a better chance at this. So.
The Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Is skin color and like that's not real?
Yes.
Damn.
Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
No, we don't.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
I do want to know
I
what
don't
pale
think
is.
your colleague would appreciate that. He has already been so patient with this whole exercise. Let's continue with something else. All right?
We do exercise.
Oh, we can
Ask
do
about
that.
anything else in the world. Anything.
You could
Okay,
sneak
that's
back
cool.
later when the lieutenant is not.
Tell him to go
Unless
away.
you convince him to step aside.
And Kim trusts us, so it does actually like, yeah. But let's
It's
first
a
do more.
neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms
No
include
B in brain,
retrograde
it's just
amnesia.
rain.
It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
Okay.
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Well, that's probably from the
That
surgery.
seems unlikely.
Oh.
What this boils down to is this reality thing is stupid.
No,
Blow
it's
this
not.
joint. Grab
Well,
a
it
bottle
is.
and drain that shit right down. on
We're
your
not
throat.
gonna do that, but reality thing is
Don't
pretty
put
stupid.
shit
and
in your
lie about
throat.
it too.
No, put it in your mouth first and savor the.
Damn. What? I mean, we don't. No, we don't
She
do
stares at you,
drinking.
head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned look on her face.
What are
I
you?
am not is a basic term of reality.
Mm-hmm.
There may be a way to get her speaking about herself at some later juncture.
So, do we just ask Tim, like, hey, can you, like, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, we. The funny thing is, normally we could already go to, like, make him go to bed. Which makes me think it's even more funny to just tell him to take a couple steps away.
If you want to, I will have no.
It's a white
responsibility
check.
for it.
It's a white check.
Yeah.
We can. It's a safe one.
Is what you want to do.
You're gay.
He expressly stated you shouldn't hear about it. What if it renders you mad? Or catatonic? Or makes you lose your memory again?
Yes?
I mean, that's it for
Glad to
now.
have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
No. Okay, so I think now we should get Kim to bed, and then we can do a couple of midnight things, right?
Yes.
We can then, talk to her when Kim's not around. We can have our balcony talk with Kim, of course, first. Then we can go and, like, get the dice maker thingy. What else can we do? Oh yeah, we still have to shower. That's a smart one. You know, there's a bunch of things we can still do.
Mm-hmm.
And steal the boots. We have to do that when he's in bed.
The door is closed. This door can still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a
Still no klaartje.
No
So
klaartjes?
let's send Kim to bed. How do we get you to bed? See you in the morning, he says. So does that mean we're going? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
But actually not.
Hey, Kim. Kim. Knock, 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 knock. Can I come in? Okay, but let's first take a shower.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world.
Yeah,
but
and we're
it's
not the
cleaner than you
cleanest
are
person
right
in the
now.
world, so...
That soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
I want to live with the corpse smell.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
Do we want to play with the beer can? No, we're not alcoholic. We do not do
Now,
beer.
you are alone with your thoughts.
No,
in the
not
tub.
even his toys.
But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
True.
They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
I mean, I like imagining things.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver.
Oh,
on you.
great.
It's going to take more than one
That's a
bath
fun
to get rid
imagining.
of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Mm-hmm. We
Your
can...
fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools.
Thanks, bathtub.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
And now we... Where is it? But now we are cleaning the... Okay, we're not gonna go to bed, because bed is for pussies.
Damn.
We don't need sleep, we need answers. So, we can talk to Ape Pen. I almost said
hello, dear.
Ape Pen
There
Lady,
you are
but no,
again.
to the zoologist. Okay, nothing new. Pots and Pan Man, I think, already went home.
No.
You
Maybe
see
now we
that
can...
heavy steel the door does not.
No,
the door,
sad.
the kobold, old kobold.
No, okay. I thought maybe because we're now destroyer of physical objects, we could destroy the door, but no, not yet.
And or our own rib cage, naturally.
Yeah, but then we can just smash into a wall again, and it'll be fine.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
I mean, we can think of it
Maybe.
more.
Probably.
Wow.
Here you go, 5 more
Okay.
XP. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Let's go. Well, no, we have 40 more minutes before we can pick up our dice. Or, no, an hour, because it... Yeah. Okay. So in an hour, we pick up our dice. So, do you ever sleep?
No, I do not.
Good. What can I help you with?
So,
More
The
lessons
reality.
in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What
Are
is
you
pale?
sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes.
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Water?
What is an isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter. enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
So they're kind of like... I kind of feel like, in this case, the Pale is not water. It isn't, like... I feel like it's more of a actual reality thing. Something more sci-fi, like, fictional than our world. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Windy, Seol, Samara,
not
Ilmara,
sure.
Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
Fun
An
fact.
oceanic isla. It comprises
Fun
mostly of
fact.
water.
I love fun
Windy
facts.
is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
But fun fact.
Ye-
Insulo, I believe I have that remembered correctly, is Esperanto for island. Inde is a suffix for, or like inda is a suffix for worthwhile.
Inda beninging? Sorry.
And then a turns it into an adverb. So insulinde would translate from Esperanto as worthwhilely to be, or worthwhilely to island.
I love to island.
Yeah,
Worthwhilely.
and it's worthwhilely, so it's great.
It's worthwhile lit.
Yeah.
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
I love being nothing into what?
The negation of being.
That's right. The negation of being.
Is it
No,
here?
detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla. An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse.
Yeah, I kind of think that you have like this world, and then there's the Pale, and then there's just like a different world in a different like setting that,
So it's not.
I guess lore-wise, are all in the same existence.
Yeah.
And technically,
guess I
you
understand.
could potentially cross over. I guess, maybe, no idea. I think it's just a lore explanation, perhaps, for future games and the existing things they already did with the D&D, probably.
They're separated by a void. I guess that. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
I want to eat it.
Yeah.
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
That's a really interesting concept, to be honest.
It's a really interesting concept, but I'm one of those people that instantly sees like, that's weird. That's not.
I mean, it
my
wouldn't
brain
be
doesn't want to think about it.
possible to our brain. We couldn't comprehend it, but it is very interesting.
Yeah, but my brain does not, like, I find it interesting, but my brain does not want to think about it. Because like numbers
do.
don't
I
work
like.
differently in different places, and that's my brain. That's where my brain stops.
Yeah.
Unless
It
you're
gives
talking
me
about
like.
counting systems, that's different.
It gives me like the idea that probably behind there could be some eldritch horror things.
A very big building that slightly resembles a wiener.
There's
You know,
a
the
slippery
dogs.
article in there.
Pale when it's particular, this territory of pale. The pale when it's pale in its entirety. Once you've seen it, language balks at the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
That's really interesting,
Extensively. Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter.
It's sensory deprivation. It's the little lad. Remember?
The little lad?
From Inscription, one of
that
the
one.
mage's apprentices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it the
It's
blend
just a
over
man
of
with
the
a
self.
blindfold on, like
The
trying to
pale
hit
does
a
not
penis
only
out of
suspend
it
the laws
straight
of
too
physics,
far.
but also the
Yeah.
laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Who says and who argues?
The logical
Sure.
positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue. It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
That's
It's more for
interesting.
her. Way more.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entropanetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of pale transit annually.
Damn.
Wait, 22 days
Up to my
annually.
gills, officer.
Annually.
That's pretty. I mean, considering the fact that 6 days is kind of the limit for a normal person, then almost 4 times that is actually very impressive.
Oh, that's a lot.
Especially for the amount of, like, seeing how it, like, kind of damages the mind. The fact that she's able to explain reality to me is incredibly impressive then. Or she's just spitting out bullshit.
Might
Which would
also
be
be.
funny.
It's just like, what the fuck is
It's
she
a
talking about?
scientific
It's
study
water.
of pale,
It's just
or a
water.
recent iteration of it by way of grad.
Yeah.
The study
And
of the
disco.
pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E-Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years. Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
I mean, that's kind of how we are with very deep oceans too. Like, we can go deep, but we are basically powerless to get as deep as we would want to. And the only real advance we've got is not having our submarines explode. from the pressure. So that, I guess, is semi-comparable.
What
right?
if we take all of the water from the seas and just steal it?
We put it on the land so we can go, like, we can walk down.
We put it between the mountains. See?
We grab the water and we put it on Mars, and then we can prove that there's water on Mars.
That is 3 flies in 1 squash. Don't ask me why you'd use squash. It's just fruit.
That's 3 stones with 1 bird.
3 ooge.
Yeah.
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near pale to far pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely. Then they don't.
Gone.
Cool.
Like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
The pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
I mean, yeah, if there's no air to push against, I guess it's kind of like...
Yeah, like in space.
Space, but not space because... In space, I guess your momentum keeps going. And here, it seems like motion at all just doesn't exist.
So, I mean, the point of reference would not exist for motion, then there would be nothing that you could factually call motion, so that, you know, you just... Yeah. It wouldn't... Well, it wouldn't make any sense in general. So you would kind of just...
It wouldn't make sense in general, but, like, I assume that there is just no motion at all. There's just certain points that you can, well, skip past the no motion area. It's a very cool concept. I like it a lot.
I feel like it's one of these... I feel like it's one of these things that, like, if you think about it, with all of the science that you've ever had in school, like, for example, myself, then you'll realize there's just incontingencies that you couldn't really solve, which would make it so that certain things could not be solved that other people see as mysteries. So for me, it's demystified because the answers wouldn't technically be possible, while other people can still speculate on how would that work. So it's suffering from success. Yeah.
So it's kind of like space, but as soon as you enter space, you become like intangible. So there's nothing that can affect your trajectory at all anymore. So if you in space like end up not where you want to be, you'll just keep going and going.
Okay, so there is, I guess that you would say the concept of acceleration would be, you know, devoid. There would not be any acceleration, but the motion, the velocity would still be the same vector, and, you know, really the same vector, because it's, you know, there is no acceleration.
And at the same time, like, since there's literally nothing, there's also no gravity affecting you, there's just nothing, so you would just infinitely keep going in a direction you don't want to go. Perhaps ending up somewhere else, but that's not something that's known. But that's a very cool... I really love the concept of the Pale. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there more and more of the Pale becoming... That depends how you look at it. Because, like, if you look at it where... with the idea that, like, going into a part of the Pale that you haven't been yet, you could, like, find something new, would it be that the Pale is shrinking to your, like, to our human mind? Or you could think, like, there's so many places you could go in the Pale where there's literally nothing, so the Pale is just infinitely big compared to us.
If I listen correctly, it would be 2, because it nullifies matter, thereby removing space where there is matter, and increasing the, the void of matter.
Well, yeah,
So-
but that's using logic, and this has no logic.
Damn. It has
Yeah.
too good plot armor. Science does not work anymore.
So I
Are
feel like
we
this
the pale?
isn't like a question of what is science. It's more of like, are we more looking at it from an optimistic point or a pessimistic point?
I am gonna
Do we
still
want there
keep
to
with
be-
science.
But do we want there to be more world or more nothing?
We want there to be more world. But I
So
personally
then
would
I'd
guess
say
it's one.
we'd.
I would want one, but I would guess two, personally.
I can see both perspectives. I'm gonna do coin flip.
Flip a coin. Why would you want there to be more void? More
No,
pain?
not like one. Well, because then you have conquered everything there is, and you can just focus on making the things there are better, and you don't have to go outside of the comfort zone of, well, what there is.
And then eventually everything you've ever known would be swallowed by void.
I mean, true, but there's also definitely people that would. I mean, look at religion. To not go off in a giant side tangent for that, but Christianity is basically just about the end of the world being that there's nothing in our reality anymore and everyone is in heaven. Meaning that the world we know is completely the pale. So, and that's the biggest religion, or one of, I'm pretty sure the biggest religion on Earth. So, there definitely are a lot of people that would prefer that eventually there is nothing anymore. Anyway,
I would.
the coin
want
flip
for
decided
one,
for
but-
2.
Well, science it is.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate.
But what's beyond the pale? Like,
An intuitive
Beyond,
conclusion
is
of
there
that
something
development
beyond
is
the
that
Pale? Are
one
you
day the
assuming
Pale
that?
will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
I mean, if it is expanding at a constant rate, and you suppose that there is, a finite to everything, then that is simply what will happen until it's there, because then the numbers stop working. See?
Yeah.
So when you're in the bill, then it doesn't,
Yeah.
Most
What
people,
does-
and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge.
But does it like actually take away reality? Like, is it constantly eating away at the worlds? Because that would be very interesting.
That's what I'm supposing from it. I don't
Well, by
think they're giving
the
enough
way
lore to
she's
exactly like.
the way she's saying it is kind of like more that it itself is expanding, but not.
But it is the thing that nullifies, like, was it
Yeah,
matter
but-
and thoughts? So
Yeah.
there would, because of there being more, it would nullify faster and faster, and thus less would remain.
Yeah, I think it would it wouldn't fully destroy from what I can tell, it wouldn't destroy reality. It would kind of just push everything away, kind of, until it's
Bye, Spectre.
okay. Bye, Spectre. I feel like it would be kind of that it just. Imagine you have the sea, and instead of having different islands and just the sea pushing away the islands further and further from each other, and also just the sea getting bigger and bigger, which wouldn't really work in reality. But eventually, compared to the sea, there is so little island that it is practically non-existent.
So you're saying that...
That's what I kind of take.
You're saying that you would expect there to be infinite space for expansion, and because the Pale is expanding, it's pushing away the rest, and thereby making the concentration of it less. Because of the circumference of the Pale in footprint more so than the actual existence, because the actual existence is immeasurable.
Yeah. That's what I
think I get what you mean.
Kind of feel.
But
that's at least what I interpret from the way it's being said. Because, like, from how it's being said, it's like, it'll kind of be, well, anything that goes too far into the Pale doesn't exist for us because we don't really know where it is. Like, it's gone like a skipping stone beneath the surface. That's not gone, that's just, we don't know where it is. We know it's not somewhere we can see, but a skipping stone going beneath the surface, we do know that it is still existing.
But the question is, did they say that because they know the skipping stone is still there, or, you know, did they just theorize it is, you know, it's like a skipping stone, it's, you don't see it anymore, and you don't know if it's still there, because, I don't know, whatever might have happened to it. Maybe it was made of dynamite and it exploded and disappeared. So, I don't know. What I would suppose for anything to make sense, which is, you know, what my brain keeps trying to do, is that stuff would simply disintegrate. You know, practically antimatter and matter meets.
It does also make sense.
And then and I don't know. Maybe, like, if you would go look into it, you could say that, like, antimatter and matter meets and that generates energy. I believe that's how it works. I've had this in school. I should know it, but I don't remember it exactly. Like, if that is true, then it generates energy, which somehow makes the pill expand.
Yeah, but the way it's saying it here, like, the ratio is slipping. It's not saying, like, we are disappearing. It's just saying that the ratio of the Pale to us is slipping. And it's saying the Pale is growing more and more. It's not saying we are shrinking.
It's not saying that. But from what I would imagine, that would be the case. From what you would imagine, not.
Yeah.
So we have different opinions. Ooh, are we gonna have
different
a
interpretations? We're going to fight.
You do the same.
We're gonna be a fish group.
It doesn't look like you're doing the same. The suggestion was meant in earnest, Detective. Live life.
But I do think this is a very interesting concept. I like it.
For me, it depends. If someone would come and say, like, this makes 100% scientific sense if you look into it properly, then I'd be like, wow. Else, I'm just that annoying of a person.
Well,
that's entirely my fault. I can't enjoy lore if I start thinking about it. You know, if I start thinking about it and it doesn't make sense, then that's where my brain stops.
I'd say it does fully make sense. It's just that the amount of things that the people within this world know isn't enough to fit the pieces together.
Yeah.
I'd say
which
that's
is very useful for the
is.
people that wrote the lore, which is, you know, you always gotta help yourself to some...
True.
Not making it too impossible to manage anymore.
Yeah.
But also...
Yes, sweet reality. Before we do, tell me, Detective.
Are your balls hardening?
Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I mean, we are getting a sense of who we are, but no, I don't think we know this.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
You said it was disco. I do think it is disco.
Does it emit colorful lights and, not bad music? I'd say disco is reasonable, at least music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not necessarily my very favorite, but it's good.
I mean, most of these are like 1 and 3 are just like, yeah, it's very bad. We're all gonna die. We're Meeseeks. But and the rest are all just very
political statement.
Political.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
just...
feel like this is a more of a not political thing. I think this is more
it's
of
a scientific thing, and politics has
scientific,
never been very
philosophical.
scientific. What was my brain saying? Politics have never been very good at science. That's what my brain was trying to say.
Well, except for like social sciences, but except for that, not in
still
this
not
case,
always as good as you would hope. I personally find.
But I think disco is the best of these options.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective.
Oh.
If you don't know even this, then...
This'll be our... Yeah, we're an artist. We'll make this
I hope
beautiful.
So. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile, you have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
So we can try this. It's a low chance, but...
It's still gonna take a while to get more on it either way, so we might as well try now, and then you have a chance to get it.
It remains a mystery.
Aw,
what
stupid
she means
game.
by this
What?
Something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just go to the dice maker and maybe we can just talk to her while she makes the dice.
Is it really dumb if I still don't get like most of the mental, like the purple thingies, and I guess also like the skills,
the psyche,
like the psyche, and also like some of the motorics, I guess, a bit. And
I think I can explain most of them by now, because you understand these. I'm pretty sure, right?
I'd say so, yeah.
Psyche, volition is just like that one makes a lot of sense. The Inland Empire, I'm pretty sure, is your like inner knowledge of the world.
Inner knowledge of the world.
Like you know that bananas are curved, for example.
That sounds more like an encyclopedia thing, if I get it correctly.
But it's not as in you know from knowing, but it's more of a you've never heard of a banana, you've never seen a banana, you just know that it is a curved fruit. Without ever having seen it, you still know.
You just, when you hear the word banana, you instantly have the concept of a banana. It's a banana recognizing skill. That's, I mean, if
that's cool,
there's
right?
23 other things, you might as well have a banana in there.
Yeah.
Empathy, yeah.
Empathy makes sense. Authority also.
Esprit de corps.
This one I had explained to me. It's basically just your cop knowledge, basically.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's also like some of the psyche ones allow you to like read people's minds if you get them really high. where you'll be able to like actually, when people are in a different room, you're able to know what they're saying by knowing their psyche.
Interessante.
And suggestion also makes quite a lot of sense.
Charm them.
Yeah. Endurance,
Yeah.
pain threshold, physical instrument.
Okay, so that's just
electrochemistry.
Electrochemistry.
The shivers is, yeah, that's your ability. So whenever you're like looking out of a window and you just kind of like know that there's cars and you get that feeling within here.
I don't think I have
usually
shivers in
the
real
shivers.
life.
You just kind of are walking through the streets and you can know about what happened and like you
as in
become
like
one.
You see a scene and you can kind of like guess what happened there because.
Well, no, you can be one with what happened there. You don't know what happened, but you can experience it kind of, as far as I know.
No understanding of it.
And then the Half-Light one is, well, that one is pretty self-explanatory by the little text. Let the body take control, threaten people, basically.
So like practically Berserk.
Yeah. Turning off brain and on body. And then these three, I'm pretty sure aren't. Yeah. This is just stealthiness. Interfacing is your
stealth. Okay.
Yeah. Interfacing also makes sense. Just being able to have good skill over your fingies. And composure is physically being able to not show your inner thinking. I'm pretty sure that's most of them. But yeah, I do think that the psyche ones are the harder ones to kind of understand.
I don't quite get the Inland Empire and... Was there another one? But like, I think I kind of get the idea of the rest now.
The Esprit de Corps?
No, like,
or the shivers.
I guess I get the Esprit de Corps. I'm not sure I get the shivers.
I think mainly the reason that those are pretty hard is because we chose the character that has a lot of intellect and motorics, which means those are also the parts of our brain that we're communicating most with.
Yeah.
And that are the loudest and stuff, which means we get the most information about them.
I would also say that, for example, something like logic is a very self-explanatory. Like as in, like, if you know logic, then you know logic. You know.
Also, yeah.
Yeah. And like hand-eye coordination is even more like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I think if we were to have gone for the character that has like the really high psyche, then we would have probably had a way more or a way better image of how that actually works. Okay. Let's grab our flashlight. We keep the terror bag because maybe there's trash around here. Okay, let's first go and steal the boots.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Sure.
Its guarding over the body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity. Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it before you catch pneumonia in the cold draft coming from deep inside the fridge.
Okay. Left boot or right boot? Right is always right.
I would very much like to be able to blame this on you if it goes wrong.
Okay, right is always right.
It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
Okay, left is left.
It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. Just relax. This is easy. This is happening.
Okay, let's first
He's too heavy to move by yourself. A great mass of dead muscles. with hoarfrost covering his milky eyes.
Milky eyeballs.
This is the right method.
Hell
it takes
yeah.
some time, but eventually the boots come off. With
See,
nasty
I'm good at
slices
stealing
of polymer
boots.
sock stuck
Great.
to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh. Not good. Let's pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up his legs with its claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly.
We can do
Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the
we'll
worm
wash
have a
them.
kitchen?
Sure. We can sneak into the kitchen and clean them. Now, we have booties. There seem to be flies around them. Cool.
Extra flies with his purchase of that booty.
How do we go? Oh, that's an interactable stair.
Hey, Dice Woman, what are you up to? Oh, we just stole legs.
Leg! Hello, woman of the die.
It's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Yeah, but, let's
I'm
first
listening.
just talk until it's time. Oh, we
Good.
already did all
Helps
those.
clarify things a bit. What else? I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce one die per customer. We're inside the chimney of an but when I arrived here.
When she arrived
Anything
here,
that will
there
take
was
time? No. Okay, I guess we can then, while she's working on her dice, just do our job a bit more.
Imagine doing our
Right.
job. That sounds scary.
It does. We can just whoop.
It's the
and
ledger you
interact.
found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from
Read
it
another
takes
one.
about half an hour to piece one
Which
together.
one looks cool?
Using the system you've devised.
Unsolvable
Which one
seems
do you want?
unsolvable.
Oh, we can try it though.
Do we like the hookah? Do we like the mural or the unsolvable?
What do you like?
I like the mural. Murals are cool. We like art.
Yeah.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne.
That sounds familiar.
Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love
balls
is
harden.
possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class."
Damn.
People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Did we
The case
find
files
out?
do not show you finding the author of the design. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized
What is a
by
plebiscite?
you and the rest of Row 3.
Second.
Is it when the plebs become sight?
Give me a second. My own brain tells me a direct vote in which the entire electorate is invited to accept or refuse a proposal. So I guess
The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
I mean, art is art, and art has the right to exist.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that
That's
love
often
truly
how
is
it
possible
is.
in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us.
But, like, why can't we just go to war?
Why can't we just all be havocked?
Yeah.
We're very
So do
reeky,
we-
if you didn't know yet. We with a W, not, you know, we are very reeky. We reek a lot. We reek a lot. Havoc. Other things. What kind of things
Okay, so
do you
now we
reek?
just have to wreak the havoc on the middles?
Should
guess.
we really?
I don't... What is middle class?
Middle class is like... It's kind of like a bit posh people, but not like too posh. It's middle posh.
That's too posh for me.
I think.
Do we...
Oh.
With my limited knowledge, that seems like they're just halfway in between being dipshits and being cool.
Give me a second. A class of people in the middle of a social hierarchy, often defined by occupation, income, education, or social status. So it's kind of just people in the middle.
I mean,
So not
I'd say
posh, but more than people that live under a bridge.
We don't like people living under a bridge.
Yes, everyone should be able to afford not to live under a bridge.
A rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next?
Nothing.
Not much has changed.
Dice.
Oh,
Hello.
it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
It is time for my dice, please.
We are investigating a die of the man in the tree. He died.
This is like the right time, right? 13 plus 8 is... We have some money on us.
It's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Yeah, what? How did I...
I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce one die per customer.
Because was it? It was 8 hours, right?
Yeah. Maybe we need more money and we should go and sell some more of our stuff.
Maybe we should go sell people. Well, I mean, things. Things, not people. People are not objects. People are... sell things. Things.
Yes. Okay. I reloaded the room, maybe that...
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Maybe we need more money. I'm not... I am a little confused. Let's try to get some money and then do it.
Hey, Bear, can we borrow some money? Some straight cash?
That's a good question, can we?
Is the bear filled with cash?
Probably. Okay, we can first try to turn in some more tear. I'm pretty sure we got... Oh, the shop is closed, of course. Oh, that... I'm a little concerned about our dice now. That's a thinky thing. Oh, and that's also a thinky thing.
Thinky. Between the tides of phase 3 goal. L'origine du disco.
Wow.
I bet you can't guess what that means.
Balls.
Oh, it does.
If you don't mind,
Please put the
sorry.
flashlight away. Some of us have photonic
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
I'm sorry.
I do appreciate it.
I forgot that flashlight is light and you are anti-light.
That's mean.
You
use dark mode.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the
Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I
Sure.
want to
Let me
sell
have a
some
look.
stuff.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Okay. So, I mean, we could sell the shift guard.
Do we? I don't know. You're better at these types of things than I am. And by these types of things, I mean things.
As far as I've seen, like, we used it already, and seeing how we have full access to the door because we have the keys, I assume we don't actually need it anymore.
Sure.
And I mean, the man also won't need it anymore, so why? Because we stole it and sold it.
Sure. I think things being stolen is great.
Another time, perhaps.
Do
Sure
you know
thing.
about my gun? Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just
Makes
taken off
sense.
their Wild Pines overalls. They
Also makes
asked if
sense.
I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
As they
Wait,
do.
then it might be true, Everard's claims. People
Yeah.
as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Yeah, I mean, Everard never
Sure,
lies.
Everett is very Aliad oil.
Advorial.
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in
yeah.
comparison to the muscular
ugly
man
shirt.
with an
Oh damn,
typical
we got
The
that.
lamp
Martinez
was
street.
700. We already bought that. This one.
You see rows of toy soldiers.
Yeah, okay, I remember now. Okay, let's go and try to buy from the... or get our dice now. Whoop. Oh yeah, it is dark. Can we just walk through the dark? Oh, there was a new thing there. It's interesting how these, like, bubbles just suddenly show up in places we've already been many times.
Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Is that a new thought? That's really?
Yeah. I mean, there was just the one with the girl with the thighs, like that. We've walked through that thing like a bunch of times already. The thing you just read. Next to the pawn shop, there was a little thing about like a little leaflet, whatever it's called.
Oh.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
No, l'origine.
Yeah, I think.
Something, yeah.
Do disco.
Oh yeah.
How did I become? Some of my friends were role players. I've grown crafty over the years. I'm
Please
sorry.
give dice.
I'm nothing really. I didn't know him.
Oh yeah.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the
want
chimney,
to
but when I arrived here...
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else.
I'm listening.
Please give dice.
Good. I hope it clarifies.
Why dice and... Okay, what does the quest say? In 8 hours, picked it up from the Dune commercial area, and be sure to have money on you. We have money. We're in the Dune commercial area.
Huh. I wonder if we would fill in like the stat chart for this game for ourselves. What the heck would that look like?
It wouldn't.
I would have almost everything in the top thing. Like the intellect thing, because I...
See, this wasn't here before.
Store on the other side is closed for the night. Come back tomorrow.
No, we're gonna... Oh, we literally can't go in. Oh, that's
Like,
sad.
I would only have... almost only have intellect, because that is... You know... I don't really have the other things.
I would not have much of the intellect. That is actually... We could do that once.
Yeah, we
actually,
could absolutely
okay,
do
so...
that.
I am thinking, by the way, that's a good thing to discuss on stream, yeah. For the next stream, we'll probably, like Thursday, will be the witness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought if we're gonna do the moon puzzle, then we should prepare like a bunch of things that we can talk about.
Yeah.
And this could be one of them.
True.
We could have like a little
An old call box with
Yeah.
a matrix of push buttons.
we could
with
have like
all
a,
the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
like we could have like a little screen
East
overlay for
Delta
that.
Commerce
Yeah.
Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
I could kind of just do a slideshow thing, so I can just click to the next thing when we need it. That would
Yeah.
be smart,
And you
smart.
can just put it like half and half screen or something like that. But
yeah, like... Or maybe like a small little screen in the bottom,
or a
like...
small one. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because an hour of just watching the moon go by wouldn't be super entertaining. I think we can all agree on that. There should be some more entertainment.
It's super entertaining if you're out somewhere like outside to be stargazing. Otherwise, it's not.
Someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
We can try to call this.
No.
No.
Hold on. The last thing you need in your life
But
is more
how do we-
silence. No. This button. Nothing happens. Oh, silence. Silence. Looks like someone. You wait.
Nope.
You ring the door.
Looks like
All
someone.
you
Nope.
hear is you ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon.
Mhm.
You hear the same.
No. How do we get dice?
How do we get dice chiz?
Why are you still out here in the middle of the night?
It's not quite the middle of the night yet.
Okay, true. Also, we have never actually gone into this
Greenhouse thing. I guess.
greenhouse, have we?
Have we been in that, like, that area on the other side of the fence? Or
Yeah,
is that,
yeah.
Is
This
that the pill?
No. This is where if I stand here, I think you can see it slightly.
Oh, that's
here
the,
is the mural, and then there's the door, and then the
rock
weasel's
under the-
house is
no, we
over
can't
there.
rock.
Yeah, here is
Yeah.
the weasel's house. Yeah.
I thought for a second that if we climb over the fence that we just disappear. You know,
No,
we'll do
no,
that. No, okay, that's reassuring, I guess.
If we go up here, yeah. That is where the thing is. Also, what was here again? Because maybe there's some stuff still here. I don't think there is. Oh, that's some money on the floor. Thank you. But yeah, it is really interesting also to be like in these ruins and be able to see all kinds of ruin stuff.
Down.
You know. Okay, but how do we get the dice now?
I don't know.
Like, genuine question?
I
I thought maybe the doorbells would, but no. And it doesn't seem like anything else.
There are 8 pairs of tracks in the mud.
Do you
You
know
won't
how
get
to
far
get
without
dice?
Lieutenant here.
No. How do we... I'm gonna try one more time to, go through here to her. Maybe we just didn't take enough time or something.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
What happens if we unplug the ice cream maker? Because it doesn't work, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't
2
think it
cables
does.
up
We can
something
unplug
close
it.
to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Gotcha, cute
Does
paper.
anything change? I don't think that really did anything. Let's plug it back in. Maybe it'll do something then.
Explode, for
Only
example.
the red cable. Somewhere, a machine hums along.
Okay.
I'll make this happy. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Though I've never
Oh,
heard a
maybe
cat
we
hum.
have to go through here.
A thick layer of coal dust covered. It's dark and
Yes,
grunt.
I
The
think
echo
we
is so
need to
prominent.
emerge from
It's
the
impossible
pipe
to discern
entirely
what the
covered
voices
Yeah.
are saying.
in charcoal in her office to get the dice. I think that is the most
Coming from
logical
behind those safety
situation.
curtains you saw upstairs.
Yeah.
You should
That definitely
investigate.
is.
Or maybe you're just hungover again.
No.
A thick
Anything
layer
else we
of
can-
coal dust covers the film.
Okay. This is honestly the biggest puzzle so far. How to get the die. Because it's been over 8 hours now. Hello, give us dice or we will kill
it's you again. Are you
Whoa.
looking for a die?
Yes, we are looking for a die.
I'm listening. Good.
Well, do we need to not hold anything so we can take the die with our empty hands? Can we
Maybe we don't have hands.
use the... Please give us
Oh,
dice.
it's you again. Are you looking for a die? I'm sorry.
How do you...
I'm a bit overloaded just now, so
I'm real quick gonna Google die maker not give die.
I think that will be very clear for Google. Why die make not give die?
Doesn't give dice. Can't get the dice I bought off the dice maker. Okay, so it just says that you might just have to wait for the next day in general.
Okay.
Which I guess
We can
makes
always
no
try
sense. At least what I saw is that like most people ordered them and then it would be ready like around 10 or later, and it just she wouldn't give them because it's technically nighttime, so you have to wait until the next morning and then you can get them. Okay. Was there any other nighttime specific things we could do?
A walk in the night.
True, true. Well, actually, when everyone here is gone, there might be stuff we can, like, wow, Measurehead just standing there in the middle of the night, not needing sleep.
He is not taking measures for his health.
But now we could
The woman
technically...
still has no response.
No. We could do certain things that usually, you know, Kim would tell us not to because it's like stealing.
An old monument stands in the...
Okay, this wasn't anything we can steal or break or do anything that Kim would disapprove of. But I mean, we're also tomorrow going to send Kim away after we open the gates and stuff, but still.
I just imagine, like, the next day, like, we're just gonna be like, hey, Kim, have you had a good night? And he's just like, where did you get all that stuff? And you, like, what? No, I bought them. And then you walk outside and the whole city is just wrecked. And he's like,
there's just no city, you just stole it all. You stole the city.
There is just floor. Not even streets.
No, there's just
not even
like
ground.
a muddy. There's like a muddy dirt because we stole all the concrete.
Yes. And he's like, what? And they're like, no. We stole the each.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever.
All of them.
Sliding out, a drawer presents you. Remember, Leah,
anything we
all
can do
items
here?
of hundreds of, and the same you already went through. The drawer. Slide.
Okay. The telephone is a scam. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because we didn't know any phone numbers. The guard station.
This is the night watchman's booth.
Oh yeah.
The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
So we can.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
We're not gonna
The
steal
photo
Renee's
remains
picture.
neatly placed on the edge of the table.
But now
The
we
chair
can take a
is not as
rest.
austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat,
Oh,
secured
we
to
come
the
back. I
stars
was like,
by black ribbons.
Wait, that's
Stale air
Renee.
floods through your nostrils.
Yeah.
Not the same
Remember,
as
he
that
said
Renee
he was the guard
flashed
here,
inside
but
your
only
lungs.
for
Yeah.
decoration,
The
and
inside of the
Everard
booth
built the
is
little
immaculate.
thing specifically for him, because Everard is a very
The
nice
drawers are
person.
empty, save
it
for old
just clicked.
timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
We're also not gonna
Oh
steal
boy, where
anything
to
from him.
start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal
Why is the
collapse.
disorder
Don't
inoperable?
think about that. Quick, think about
I
something
don't know.
else.
But the thing is, like, that's how all the side effects are always like. We want to think of disco, right?
Yeah. We want to think
The
about
imagined
balls.
dazzle of light overwhelms any list of potential side effects. Any negative thoughts are drowned out by the fantastic blast of disco.
And we don't steal his drugs.
You
'Cause
stand
we don't
and
do
exit the booth.
drugs, and also we are nice to the person who maybe isn't always the nicest to us, but that doesn't mean we have to be assholes.
Yeah. I mean, we could be assholes. But we aren't. A composite eye of
Oh, sorry. Too far away already.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Hey there,
The
sugar.
container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery.
We're gonna flirt
The
with
door
it.
does not respond
Yes.
to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before?
I like how we have more chance because of our dice.
Because of the dice. Yep. Okay, let's put both of our tools of destruction in our hand. Do we have any clothes that could... That's physical instrument. Interfacing might also help. What do we have now? Electric... No, we need interfacing to be good at it. No. Okay. Perception is good, that's very good. We don't need savoir. We don't need to be sneaky. We need to be able to open it. So yeah. Let's do this. Open,
You're back
my
before
beloved.
the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything,
We can
it
do
seems to
it.
have
We
grown
can
slightly.
do it. Come on, come on, come on,
Do
come on,
this.
come on.
Despite the dirt that surrounds you,
Yes.
a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Hello.
The door stands silent. Try
Cool.
again. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle.
There
Some
is someone
mechanism
in there.
unlocks itself inside the door.
We get shot down. Like
the
a rich
fuck?
light bending guy. Wow.
Let's go into the light bender. What the? What?
And straight back out again.
How does this? Holy shit! That's such cool. Hello.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
That's so weird.
The feeling causes
I
all the
love
hairs on
the
your
way
body
that
to stand at
looks.
attention, like soldiers
Wow.
preparing for review.
We can squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general
That's a
stillness,
failure.
only your tongue moves.
Oh, that makes
flickering
sense.
as you utter.
Hello.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
He sounds a lot like Leo.
You
Leo is super
hear
rich
him
in light bending,
exactly.
I guess.
Yet you're able
Yeah.
to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, good sir?
You see, that's like the same way Leo would. Right?
I mean, like, out of anyone, that probably Leo, yeah.
Yeah.
Who am
They're
I?
quite the same. It's like weirdified, but
Oh, I haven't
Yeah.
been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days.
Like, it's the same accent. That's like. And I'm pretty sure at least the same voice actor.
yeah.
But that doesn't mean they have to be connected.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual.
Yet.
And you are?
It's definitely supposed to be some kind of a Slavic accent /
I
Indian
think, yeah.
accent.
Okay, are we a detective, an alcoholic, or an alcoholic detective? Well, we start with alcohol, so there's one option left.
True.
So, yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, Harry. Public
Harry.
service is a noble cause.
Indeed it is. How did you become rich?
I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Prague. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on failing those bad choices and unsupervised state policy.
Damn.
And low.
I'm confusion.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But alright.
I'm so confused how casual we are about this.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard.
I also love how it's just a rich guy.
You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level.
It's just a. I just realized, you open a cargo container. There's just like take away the light bending part. Like if we take that part of him away, there's just this rich guy in here telling us about how rich he is and how he's so rich.
In a cargo container from Wild Penis. Sorry.
Like, but why is he just like? There's just a random guy that's like, yeah, I am rich. Hello, who are you? Are you rich? No, you're not. You are Harry.
But how?
Like,
how do we know how rich he is as well?
It's nearly impossible.
I have no idea.
To make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what.
Cool.
Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
Oh, number go up. Number go brrr. That's fun.
Number go
Cool, I don't even have any interesting replies. I mean, I agree with 4. I think that if you can afford to, then helping some people is, yeah.
And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
Thousands, probably.
At least. Of course, in the future,
Wow.
it will all be automated. But my point is this. Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
I mean, it's still your choice, but like you if you can afford to.
Every man gets what he
Then-
earns, but does every man get what he deserves?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, but being such a high net
being
worth
a high
individual.
net worth individual sounds great.
I wanna say that just because it's so stupid. Like,
Truly, it's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
can I also become a light bending guy?
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light?
Perception is not interested
That's
in
what
money.
you need to ask.
No, we're just gonna talk
Rhetoric
about money more. Money.
Let me check my pockets.
Okay, he does give to the
I
poor.
know, us high net worth individuals don't have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and
True.
liquidity are enemies of one another. I think they only have coins for coffee machines.
What's he gonna have, like a check of 50,000?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
How much can you get for this?
Not a lot.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest.
Then we're gonna ask it again.
I mean,
we'll let
I
her
do
master the
think
work.
that I honestly do agree with his thing that he's like, okay, I'll give you this, but like, you do have to work also. Wait, look at our money.
Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an
Um,
investment plan. How's that sound?
Supposed to
Is
happen.
that? I have no idea. Ooh, this is something we need to do eventually. That sounds fun. Okay, let's now do the glowy. You feel
Think
different.
about my chin.
Yeah. It's the chin.
Oh,
The light.
that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
Oh, is that the one that I think it is? Oh, I
I have
cannot
no
think so.
idea.
Weiss.
I already think maybe that they are like from across the pale or something.
I guess that makes sense.
Somehow. Or
Weissman's
in the
Hall.
pale even.
Oh no, Weiss doesn't or Weizmann doesn't seem to have anything to do with anything. It's like a math thing. But Y's coefficient, maybe that's the thing I'm thinking of. Because I already did not mean field theory. Oh no, it's... Oh no, I guess it does have to do with physics entirely, but not... I thought it would be like an economics joke. But I was not funny enough.
All the wise Weizmann things are like spoilered by Disco Elysium. That it's not a real thing.
But because Weiss and Weizmann are apparently
they
both.
are real. Yeah.
Yeah. So the coefficient between the two is kind of nonsense. Probably, I suppose.
Yeah.
I guess.
It is not real, at least. Yeah.
The Weiss-Weizmann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Weizmann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
If you're rich, you will become...
The Weiss-Weizmann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998, repeating.
Cool.
That's not good.
That is good for me.
Kind of gotta fix that one.
But calm down. I am but a lowly single-digit billionaire. No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
Okay. What are you doing in here?
This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think.
I'm not sure what you see as safe, but
By the way,
is there any food in there?
Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Surens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
I mean, I like to say the Whirling Rags because Pots and Pan Man is cool.
Sure. I keep seeing the encyclopedia, and instead of the brain, my brain just sees... I believe it usually sees an asparagus kind of a thing. Or maybe a...
Okay, so what
artichoke. That's the... Yeah.
Huh. So what my brain keeps seeing is a face with a book on its head, and then hands touching the book.
Stop touching the book, you dirty.
Yeah, and with rhetoric, I keep thinking that he's just eating his own chest. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but to me, he's eating his own chest.
I would not be surprised if these were kind of like AI generated images.
They're not.
No.
AI generation didn't exist when the game was made.
Oh, when was that?
Pretty long ago. I think 2016.
Yes. I guess. Yeah. Well, at least probably not this good.
Not this good, and not well known enough that people would know. And also with which one was it? There's one that I also... Yeah, this one, Savoir-Faire. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be someone's back of someone with 6 arms. But I always see it as having a face hugger on your face.
I don't know why, but my brain was... I don't know how it would work. I don't believe my brain when it tries to say it, but my brain just keeps saying 6 legs. This is 6 legs. I'll look at it. It's definitely not 6 legs. But my brain thinks it's 6 legs.
No, but I just see a face hugger being on your face. That's what I see. But The whirling in rags is cool. They have pots and pan, man.
Oh, interesting. I've made quite a few real estate plays over the years. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Very scary.
Like I did.
True.
Yeah, why don't you help
There aren't
them?
enough hours a day to handle all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls.
They use the bread for more seagulls.
I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So they basically buy slaves. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
Smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
Yes, yes.
Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, bail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just
The first thing he
gets a
said,
bit
underwear.
middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Yes, very middle class, luxury yacht.
Yep. I have a luxury yacht in my backyard.
Yeah.
You know, on the bricks.
I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that. Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me, I'm all ears.
Well, from a certain angle, he probably is.
I was just gonna say, yeah, depending on where I'm standing, you are all ears.
Or at least
but
a lot of
what
ears.
are we doing with our flash? Okay, it's back to normal. Okay, we didn't. Wait, is it? I think when we're in there, our money just goes weird. Like. Yeah, now it's. Oh, the closer we get to him.
Extreme.
That's interesting. Also, let me see if there's anything else to interact with in here. I don't think there is anything. No. That's a really weird thing. Okay, so he didn't give us like $1 trillion. That's honestly good, because otherwise the rest of the game's money part would be very trivial. Okay, so we... Hey, Leo, do you know about the man?
Hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I
We
did.
have to listen
yes,
to
I
it
did.
fully.
It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I love that pun.
No
Yeah.
trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
So the container,
Oh, that
I
one.
looked inside.
That should be empty as far as I know.
It isn't.
Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Wait a fucking second. Goodbye, Leo. How the fuck does that man eat? What does he eat?
I think I already
Money?
mentioned that. I think I already said something like that. Like, does he not eat? Or like, how does he, what does he eat? Or like, I believe when it was like, is it, like, what do you consider safe? And I said, like, when you have no food. Something like that. At least I was smarter.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Yeah, I didn't think of
I
it
am
yet.
incredibly petty. That is just exactly me. Look, something forgotten on the coffee table.
Oh, on this coffee table. Maybe. Can I get anything? No?
Those are chairs.
There's
aren't
nothing forgotten. Oh, maybe if I grab my tear bag out,
they?
I can... Nope.
Nope.
No.
Nothing forgotten.
Okay.
Unforgotten.
But we now have access to the light bend man. So if we get our conceptualization up, which honestly now that we have this, for me personally is probably the highest priority one, because that includes two of the things that seem really fun to me. One being the mural that we can make. Like, what do we need it for? Yeah, we can have it on the wall. And it doesn't show the orange ones here, I guess, but yeah. And I'm gonna assume we'll also need it to find our cockatoo.
Yep, we're gonna need it to find our cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, well, Kim is asleep, so actually we didn't do our balcony talk
He's
today.
like at least one sleep. Oh, we didn't balcony.
Yeah. Okay, but because Kim's asleep, we can't dance with Kim.
That's sad.
So we gotta find something else funny to end it off with. What's a funny thing?
A joke.
True. Maybe there's actually something in here. Okay. Now that this is open, actually, perhaps we can't steal the empty bottles. There's just nothing in there. Okay.
It's really mean when we can't steal.
We can talk to
This
the pan.
industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand.
Can we
Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience.
Oh yeah,
And
that's what
also
we wanted to
a huge
do.
pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar. A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots. There is a variety of soaps and bleaches.
Okay, so
in the
everything
cabinet
is here.
to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge. It's
Problem
bad with
is-
those boots. Don't be stingy now.
It's already starting. I was gonna say we should probably first get Gart away or something, but so I think vinegar is the best idea for now.
Sure.
The
Like,
delicious
vinegar
smells
is very
of cheap
smart.
soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. All right,
Vinegar
now,
is
chef,
very good at
light
cleaning.
up the stove and boil them.
Sure.
The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil.
Oh,
Strips
God.
of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface.
Wait a
The
little
boots
longer.
look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can
Okay,
smell
let's
it
take it
too,
out quickly.
just like beef stew. That's it, chef.
Oh God.
The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam, dense with the smell of strange meat, disappears into the vent above the stove. A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Okay, I'm surprised Gart didn't like. Oh, we can wear them. That's. I want to see what it looks like. Ooh. So we can just wear the full outfit eventually,
I bet
probably.
Kim will be very happy if we do that. No.
Yeah,
It's
You
already
see
but like
that heavy
we can use that in like certain cases because that gives us a lot of authority.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you?
How
You're
about my
already
bill?
set for the night.
Oh.
Your door is unlocked. Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes,
It
and the
doesn't
phone
seem-
company
oh.
is taking its sweet time sending someone to
Ads.
fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Losers. It's not strange. It's
strange.
inconvenient.
It's also
Who told you that?
inconvenient. Who's Lena?
Not a clue.
Oh, Lena is the cryptozoologist. We're not going to say that. It would be
Fine,
dishonorable.
yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly
Ah.
after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes?
That's something we will do for your guardian. For your guardian. He has a guardian. He has a small little. He has like a half his own size little guardian next to
It's
him.
called a guardlet.
The door is still. This door.
I also love how every time I pass it, I'm just like, I must go in. Why? Honestly, no idea. I just need to.
Eventually, we're definitely gonna break down the door.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be driving up the stairs with a car and just ram in the door. I predict.
Yeah. Okay, since we are alone and everyone seems to be like sleeping or dead,
yeah.
Let's just put on our most fancy outfit. What are good glasses actually? Wait, no, we have the ocean glasses. That's a good one. That's good. Which fingerless gloves are great, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the fallen gloves are from the cool, and they are also semi-fingerless.
Hmm.
And they're from the cool man. So
cool man.
And pants. We can go for the
cool
blue
man.
pants.
Again. Where did you get
the Remember the man that sells us stuff.
The white ceramic sabatons hugging
Oh,
the arches and calves.
Pawn man.
Surprised at how
man that has all the power.
Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like
Sabaton.
dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
I will be responsible with this. We won't use them to show off too much.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
Magic.
You really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even partial invulnerability.
I mean, if we ever get in a shootout and we have the full set, then like, yeah.
Food.
No, we don't
right now,
sell
if
it.
they shoot at specifically our feet and or kneecaps.
Well, that's a thing that does happen quite often, so we want to
in
sue.
chases, I believe.
In the meantime, you should analyze the armor, figure out its vulnerabilities.
We
Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Yeah.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft.
Is there money in here?
It's my pain. What?
It's a chewing gum wrapper.
Chewing gum wrappers.
Reminds you of
It's a
fruity
used
juice
chewing
of
gum.
apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy.
Thanks, encyclopedia.
And processed in Surla clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum, loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
I do really both absolutely love
and hate.
No, I just absolutely love how encyclopedia is just like, yes, you must definitely be interested in where this wrapper of fucking chewing gum was made.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't see why not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that. We can just touch the. Okay, we'll do that next time. And
touching next time.
Yeah.
Touching next time. Touching time.
And for next time, we also will have 4 skill points. So perhaps.
So no skill issues.
True. So, since we want to get the full armor set, I'd think researching how it works and why it works is a good idea.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay, yeah, that will be interesting.
So we do kind of look epic like this, right? Like, from this specific angle, it kind of looks like chainmail.
Kind of. A bit.
Like if we look like this.
Like a bit of an
like
arcane sorcerer with a very, very cool frog hat.
Yeah, and then we also, of course, have this necklace of our trusty horrific necktie. Which, again, like, it's so weird how this hasn't done anything for us yet in the playthrough, but yeah. Because I swear, it can do things.
It can do things.
Yeah. So, for everyone on the Twitch still watching, thank you for watching. Same for the YouTube.
Yep.
Please check out the Twitch, where we will be every Monday, every Thursday.
Yeah.
And for the people on YouTube, please click the funny buttons.
Yep.
You know they're funny, right?
Are they funny? Yeah, I seem to remember that. Whoa, that's mean.
I say no. You don't ask if they're funny. You know
sorry,
they're funny.
I didn't read the script.
There's
What
no
script?
question about it. There's no question about
I
it.
mean, I guess it would be inherent to funny buttons that they would be funny.
Indeed.
But maybe funny is an opinion. We could
No.
not... Oh, okay.
They are objectively funny.
Okay. Dictatorship. Great.
Yeah. You have no choice in finding them not funny. They are funny.
That is very reassuring.
Yes. They're funny to everyone, trust me.
Are they funny to me, though? Huh?
Yes.
How would you know?
Because otherwise, I will shoot you.
Okay, they're pretty funny. How many guns
But yeah,
you got?
please do the funny buttons. And we will see you again next year in 2023.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I could have sworn it was something like that.
Yeah.
Oh boy, ooh. That was a great commentary. Anyway.
Yeah.
See you.
Goodbye.
Buddha. Buddha. I don't know what Buddha has to do with anything, but see you later. Or
Goodbye.
Or will we? Will we suddenly explode? Knock on wood. No. But
Okay.
farewell.